Welcome back to PowerPlay Podcast. I am excited to be here today. The PowerPlay Podcast is a unique series of real talk and dialogue that helps places people in positive financial position, right? And I always go back on that positive financial position because why? We need that in this day and time, and dealing with what we're already dealing with and what we see around, um, you know, what's around us, right? So I am your host, Richie Rob, and I'm super excited to be here today. Okay, really excited to be here today. Usually we touch bases on how to set you up for generational wealth using different vehicles like insurance, retirement, IRAs, things like that of that nature. But today I want to take it back and I want to dissect some stuff right here, and that's the mindset. Because nothing's more powerful than a made up mind. Once your mind is made up, you definitely stick to whatever it is you're doing, whether it's good or bad. Once your mind is made up, that mind is made up. So when we break down the mindset, it gets really deep. Also, by me doing my study on the mind and the mindset, I've ran into some really dope people, and I've seen some other podcasters who speaks on it as well, doing my research, and they have made some really good points. I want to shout out one who really stuck out, broke down the dynamics of the mind. That's Mr. Stan Roten. He does go live every, I believe, Tuesday. I know we are in a book club. This is his book right here, Mind on a Keeping Your Mind on a Million. If you don't have this book, go ahead and get this book. I'll drop it in my comment section when we're done here on where to contact him and get the book information. It's a really dope book on dissecting your mind. And I've been reading it. I've already read it twice. It's a short read, really thin book. If you can see it, it's a short read. So definitely get your hands on that book right there to help you in changing your mindset, right? So when we break down mindset, that's going to be the word we're breaking down. So we're going to break down, it's going to be mind first, then we're going to have set. I am also going to be building a course on this as well. I already got like a 16-week course, like every week is something different. And I can give you all a snippet of something you can do to help with get your mind gearing towards whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want to accomplish or come out of. I can help you. I got some stuff in store. So the mind, and this is all based off of Google, right? So mind, the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experience, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thoughts. So when you think about it and you dissect that definition there, right? It's like um, whatever you're going through, right? Different traumas, different things you've experienced, um, however you were raised, that all goes into your thinking, the way you think, the way your thoughts are, and it can detour you to be good or to be bad, right? It goes both ways. Something could happen to you, and you really have a bad experience from it, so you never want to relive that again, right? So you block it out, or you can have good experiences, and you always keep that with you in your mind, right? In the back of your mind. So when we dissect that right there, and we look into what that definition mean, mind, it's like it gets really deep, right? And then whatever's around you in your environment in the world, that adds to it, right? Whether it's at your workplace, whether it's at home, you become an adult from a child, um, just different things that you experience, right? So then we go to the word set, S-E-T, set, right? To put, lay, or stand, And we're going to put something in parentheses in a specified place or position, right? The second to that, bring into a specified state. So set. So this book here, I set it, right? That's set. It's already set. It's there. So when you think of set and you break that down, okay, when I put it there, it's there. It's not going nowhere unless someone else moves it or if I move it, right? Powerful. It's set. So then we go to mind set, the established set of attitudes held by someone. An attitude has S in it. So the established set of attitudes held by someone. So if we have, say, my mindset, right? I have, to me, I have a pretty entrepreneurial mindset, right? Uh, 9 to 5s, they only work for a little bit for me, and then I quit and I go back to working for myself, right? That's my mindset. My mind is set on that. My mind is set becoming a millionaire. I say millionaire, millionaire, millionaire. I eat it, breathe it, sleep it, whatever. I'm a millionaire. That's my mindset. My mind is on a million, right? Now, some people always refer, and I hear these things. You got a ghetto mindset. There's conservative mindsets, rich mindset, poor mindset, wealthy mindsets, healthy mindsets. And like I said, my mind is set on a million, right? $1 million. I'm gonna get $1 million. I'm gonna spend $1 million. I'm gonna make $1 million more. That's my thing, right? So um, when you have, when they say a ghetto mindset, it's not such a bad thing because when I look at when people say, "Oh, they have a ghetto mentality or ghetto mindset," um, yeah, you might want that little bit, that mindset, that particular mindset. If you are conservative and you don't go reach for your goals, you might need a little bit of that ghetto in you because when you look at the people they're calling ghetto with these mindsets, they're not scared of anything. They are relentless, they're resilient. They will go out and talk to the people. They be in survival mode. And that's where you get some people say they get out the trenches, right? Or out the mud, right? That's where that kind of mindset come from. They be like a ghetto mindset, right? They don't have a care about anything in the world. They ain't caring about what people think, how they look, how they of themselves, what they think about them. I don't care what you think about me. I'm finna still go get it, right? Then a conservative mindset is like, oh, they do things that I won't do. I'm gonna just do it this kind of way. My mind is set to just do it on this straight way. You know, I care about what people think. I care about this and that and everything else, right? The rich mindset. I ain't been rich, but I've been listening to a lot of people who's rich, right? And when they say with the rich mindset, I always see, I always hear what I compare and everything is together is they had to bring themselves to that. It was almost like a practice every day, a consistency every day. It's same with wealthy mindset. It was a consistency in there. They stay consistent to writing those 90-day goals. They stay consistent on whatever it is they were trying to accomplish. They stayed consistent with it. It wasn't no staggering. It wasn't no falling off. It wasn't no taking no breaks. It wasn't. And then when life did happen, they had to overcome and conquer and not let it bring them back and take them 10 steps back when they just only took 2 steps forward. Like it wasn't no match to it, right? That's the same with rich and wealthy, right? The healthy mindset, you see where some people who were in a dark space, right? In their mind, their space was dark. I've seen this. And then they've come out of it. They bring themselves out of it. Then they're just full of life. They're full of energy. They're speaking to people. They're changing their ways. They're changing their eating habits. They're making themselves feel better, and it's just all a mindset. It all ties in together, and those was a different um, mindsets that I observed when I was doing this study here, right? And then so then I asked myself a question: what causes a mind to set, right? What makes you say, okay, I'm comfortable living in poverty. I'm comfortable being just as rich as I am. I'm comfortable with just a dollar, a penny. I'm comfortable with taking, abuse, or I'm comfortable with this situation. Wherever you are, what makes a person say, I'm comfortable? What causes that mindset? What sets your mind, right? So when I looked that up in that study, in that research, it said your brain and your beliefs, your mindset determines your life's outcome, right? So whatever you believe in certain beliefs, that has a lot to contribute to your mindset, right? So I dissected that using myself as an example, and I was like, okay, so my beliefs, what are my beliefs? I live to each its own, right? If it works for you, it's working for you. Might not work for me, might not work for them, but it's working for you. So do it, right? And do it without no conviction from me. I don't care, right? For me, I like the saying back, for people to say, oh, yeah, to each its own, right? However, when your mind gets set based on your beliefs, that's a contributing factor. So a lot of people, when I look at their mindset, it's a lot of what they believe. Maybe they believe they can accomplish this. They don't believe that they're better. They don't believe that they can lose everything because they have everything. You know, it all ties together, right? And it's just based on where the mind is at the time, right? And then I just said a lot about belief, right? So let's look at the definition of belief. So belief and acceptance that a statement is true, or that something that it's something, meaning it's something, right? I believe it's something. It's like, for example, trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something, right? So I set my mind to this because I believe that this is going to happen. I set my mind on a rich mindset because I believe I'm going to be rich. I set my mind on a poor mindset or poverty mindset because why? I believe I'm poor. So that's why we got to always watch the things that we say and that we believe and that we have confidence in, right? Because it can all mess up what we're here purposely for, right? I don't believe I was set on this earth. I truly don't believe that I was set on this earth, and plus many others, to be struggles, be in struggle, to crawl out of struggle, to crawl out of a space. I just don't believe that because the stress that you feel when you're in that space, it's not a great feeling. I believe we're put here to feel great, right? Why not? Doesn't it make sense? So, when I say all this and all this study, let's put all that together to determine how, what, and where is our mindset, right? So, how is your mindset? Where is your mindset? And what is your mindset on, right? For me, how is my mindset? Entrepreneur status, right? That's how my mind is set. What is my mindset on? $1 million. I don't know why. It's a desire, right? I have that desire in my heart to make it to 1 million. And I will, right? Where is my mindset? My mindset is setting my goals, noticing my strengths, noticing my weaknesses, and working on that, right? So my strength is I communicate. I'm not scared of the people. I'm not scared to go get it. You I try things, I try different things, I try to bring it all in. I'm a serial entrepreneur. That's my strength. My weakness is consistency. I'm not consistent in none of it. Okay. If anybody is a client of mine, they can tell you I am not consistent. We will wake up and it'll be our schedule go one day like this, real smooth. Tomorrow, our schedule gonna be a little rocky. The next day might go back smooth, might be rocky, might be a little bit of both. Then it's never consistent. When you look at my goals, you say, okay, the last time she wrote in this book was May 4th, and then I start back on today. You know what I mean? Like it is not consistent. But however, I do strive to make up for those days, right? And try to get consistent with the same. My follow ups, everything I do from an insurance agent to a hairstylist requires follow up and being consistent with my clients, right? And the more I do that, the more consistent and successful I can be. Once I learn how to be consistent, Power Play Podcast is helping me to do that because why? I'm on a schedule, time schedule. I have 30 minutes. I have to break down and say what I need to say in 30 minutes. So it's helping me with my consistency, right? So that's where my mind is. It's like I gotta work on the consistency and see where that brings me. It's levels to this, right? So when we sit back and we determine our mindset, um, we see what kind of elevation we're on. We'll see where we're elevating. You heard people say, I don't want that low vibrational food, right? And they're talking about Thanksgiving food. And or they don't want low vibrational people, right? They want high vibrational people, right? Will you sit back and you determine for yourself, you do an evaluation of yourself in your mind, am I high vibrational? Am I low vibrational? And if I'm either one, how do I switch that and turn that around, right? So when we figure that out, then we can be on a right path to changing our mindset. Now, when I said that, I had some things to get us out if you're struggling with your mindset. One, again, if you're just tuning in, is reading different books. This is the newest and latest book I'm reading. Keeping Your Mind on a Million uh, by Stan Roten. I did read and I've read this one 5 times. Awakening a Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Right. Um, I like the way he breaks it down. Tony Robbins said because he's a therapist, and he said when people come in and talk to him, they get to crying, right? And they're like, whatever, they're in their emotional state, right, of mind, emotional state of mind. And he yells. He yells like hysterically and tell them to get it together. And just by him yelling and interrupting their emotional state of mind, they get it together. They're no longer crying. They're like, what is this crazy man yelling for? And that lets him know that you're in control. That let Tony know that you're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your mind. You're in control of your mindset. So I like that. That what he uses to get people aware of how in control they are of themselves. It don't have nothing to do with him being a therapist. He said that part is easy. But when they come in and they're at an emotional state and he get them out of that, that's the part where they be like, wow, you know. So we hey, I'm doing something new. I'm opening it up where you can join a live. If anyone want to join a live, go ahead and do so. Um, you can request to join in. I'm going to be asking a few questions here, and the first question is, what challenges have you gone through that have made you stronger and sharpened your perspective um, of things? You know, it could be anything from like being losing a job, losing your business, um, losing your passion, your drive for things. What challenges have you gone through that made you stronger It could be losing a person, a significant other, a breakup, a relationship, anything that you had to overcome and make you stronger. Sharpen your perspective of things. This is where the mindset starts. For myself, I've came close to homelessness before. I've come close to losing my business. I've also come close to losing my passion for my business, right? I had to rebrand. I had to sit back and I had to think about what do I like the most, right? I like children, right? Love some love me some children. Like I don't they all want to come over. I'm TT Rob, right? So I said to myself, I'm not gonna take adult clients in my hair, business. I'm gonna take children. Why? Their appointments are solid. Their parents need me, right? The parents hardly ever cancels. If they cancel, it's because the child is sick or something else has come up. It's never because of um, the cat got out the window or something like that, something crazy, and cats come back. It's never nothing crazy like that. And those appointments keep me. It's a challenge because children don't sit still. A lot of stylists I come across, some of them won't do children, and they charge an X amount of dollars to do children because it's hard to work with children. However, that's my passion. So I had to rebrand myself and rebrand my business and see what area was struggling in my business. Then I keep my income flowing by what? Taking lock clients that have dreadlocks. So I've only opened my business up. Now, I do still braid, and I still do braid all my clients that were previous clients. I don't take on no new clients. If I do take on new clients, it's only through referral basis only, right? It's not because you see me in Black Las Vegas or something, or um, you see me on Booksy. I close all that down. Style Seats, I close all that down. Not taking nobody unless it's word of mouth referral, right? Another thing I realized was my two scariest things in business, right? What is the two scariest things in business when it comes to having your business, right? And this is all I had to go through all this to put my mindset where it needed to be on a focus mindset, right? I needed to focus so that I can be consistent, right? So one is my momentum, right? If I'm not energetic about what I do, if I don't love what I'm doing, if I don't go into it with my everything every day, like this last week, I don't think I had not one appointment set, unless it was a hair client. But on the insurance side, I didn't set one appointment, but I followed up just a little bit. I was slacking, right? My momentum was coming down, right? And then if I lack that momentum, that's number two. If I lack that momentum, my momentum is usually high. But if I lack it, I can feel it, right? I can feel it. It's really, really hurtful to my business, right? So then, like I said, I'm going to go back to my days be all over the place, right? Um, I got to get up and keep consistent, keep a schedule next to me. Look at the schedule. I got a schedule on my phone. I got a schedule, got a couple of calendars that look something like this. If you can see, I have planners, little size planners that I can keep in my purse with me, and I look at those. I have a app on my phone that keeps me in constant communication with my team and the schedule with that. So that with that type of consistency, that's organization, right? I get organized and keep that schedule going. If I get up every day and say, okay, I'm going to make calls from 9 to 1, then I set an intentional goal, right? This is my mindset. I got to do it. An intentional goal. I want to set 3 appointments between 9 and 1, right? And then that's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to work on setting 3 appointments. So I probably talk to 15 people. It's all a numbers game, you know. Uh, so again, my mindset, I pour into myself. So when I accomplish a goal, I like to reward myself with a book. If I haven't accomplished a goal, I don't get a book, right? I have a few things that help me with that, and that's um, either meeting someone and buying their book, or um, Amazon Audible helps me with that. So if I complete a goal, I can just go right there on my phone and get a book that I've been wanting to read or that someone suggested that I read. And I make sure I do so and read it, right? My goal for my New Year's resolution was to uh, read more. Last year was movies, go to the movies more. I did that. I was watching more movies because I got sick and tired of somebody like, you seen this movie? And I'd be like, yep. And they'd be like, you remember that one part? And then I had to tell them I really didn't even see the movie. I'm sorry. So I did start watching more movies and stuff like that. Now this year is focused on books. I'm reading more books. Uh, right now I'm reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, I think it is. I'm in the book club with Stan. On Mondays, we get together and we dissect the chapters that we read on Zoom or via Facebook Live. So that's how I keep my mindset going. Uh, I have some things, some let me get them, some exercises uh, that you can do, right, to get your mindset where it needs to be, where you want it to be. Only you know where you want your mindset to be, right? So, uh, one you can do, I haven't done it yet. I got it in my back pocket if I need it, right? So, what you would do is you would email or write a letter or find, to your friends, whoever close to you, and ask them what they think about you, right? Um, they can put it in a perspective form of uh, a referral or a reference letter, sort of kind of thing. And you can send it to them and they can send it back to you or give it back to you. They're just writing a letter about you. And you can see where you are. You can see from the outside, right? That's from an outside perspective, outside, because we usually don't take outside opinions, right? But some people need outside opinions to change their mindset, right? It's just not me. I don't. That's why I haven't done it yet. I don't take outside opinions. I really, because like I said, I'm to each his own, and I feel like people should be like that with me too. But people are not like that. Then I've written down uh, the 3 best life lessons that life has taught me this far. Right, 3 lessons that life has taught me this far. I've written them down, right? I said, life has taught me that time waits on no one. Okay? I can't slow down time because why? 4 o'clock p.m. is going to come, whether I like it or not. I can't slow down time, right? So life has taught me that time waits on no one. So when we procrastinate, meaning take our time on meeting deadlines, um, getting things done, uh, failing to plan out our life and what's going on, time ain't waiting. Time ain't gonna say, well, let me go back and let you do that over real quick. It's not gonna do it. You just gotta move forward, right? Um, Life has also taught me that no one is passionate about your success but you. When I say that, when someone comes to me with an idea of theirs, and it's whether it's their business, where they want to go in life, where they want to be in life, and they come and they tell me, I'd be like, okay, before I partner with you, I want to become as passionate about it as you are, because it's the only way we gonna work, we gonna collaborate, is if I become as passionate about it as you are, right? Also, life has taught me that if you don't learn the lesson, the trial will keep going and returning, right? So anytime I go through anything or have an obstacle, I do try to settle on the best part of it and see, what is it teaching me? What is it telling me? You're being too helpful. You're being too caring. You're being too mean. You're being too thoughtful. Back. Whatever lesson it is in it for me, um, I try to, work off of that. Me, my belief, my mindset, I believe that it's an exchange. We're always in an exchange, right? So, um, with that too, as well, um, I act on it. I go ahead and I make sure that, you know, whatever it is I'm reading, whatever it is bringing me up out of my mindset, that I am definitely doing what is required, doing assignments, doing setting my goals, writing them for 90 days. Another one that helped me was, and I believe one of the other podcasters mentioned this as well, and I actually do it, is write down how I was yesterday, right? And read it. Actually, read it. I write down how I was the day before and read it. And then I know how to be the next day, right? Um, Also, I wrote down uh, what's important to me. So I write down what's important to me. Uh, and I only did like five of the most important things that's important to me, right? And I, one is number one is having integrity all across the board. My line of work consists of it. And I gotta have integrity. That's the only way I'm gonna be successful in this field, in this industry, across the board. Is I gotta have integrity, right? Two, of course, my children and my grandchildren, and my significant other, taking care of them. That is important to me, right? Even before myself, I'm learning self care too, as well. Uh, Three is having freedom. Four is being wealthy. My mind is set on 1 million, right? And five, knowledge. Anything I do, I seek knowledge after it, right? Make myself real knowledgeable in that field. Make myself, I study it, research it. Uh, I be, I be condemned to say, oh, you on your phone all day. Yeah, I'm on my phone researching, right? Um, the library ain't my friend. I don't go to the library a lot, but I probably should and bring home all these books, but I don't, right? But yeah, I write down my most important thing. And then every day I look at my vision board. I have a vision board in my room. This is all helping me with my mindset, right? My mind be on 1 million. So um, I look at my vision board. I do when I test drive. I go test drive my cars every now and then. I haven't been in a while, in a few months. I haven't been right. Um, I haven't. I just, but I'm gonna get back to it because manifestation is powerful, right? And that's my mindset. I manifest things, right? I even keep anybody who's seen me knows that somewhere in my purse, somewhere in my wallet, there is a check written out that is written out to myself for $1 million. That helps me with my mindset tremendously. Writing that check out to myself helps me tremendously. Let me tell you, I just ran across a note here. Um, it says, and I'm probably talking to myself because I wrote it big, bold, in all caps and stuff. If you are not satisfied with your income, respectfully stop doing what you're doing. Okay? Don't let money define you. Start prioritizing your profits. Start placing a higher value on your time. It's okay to say no. Proximity is power. Lower your excuses. Stop being a victim and be a leader. So this is a note. This is probably one of my trainings I was in. I'm gonna put a star by it because I can remember this. But that is very powerful right there. I'm just going through all my notes. This is my mindset book. And when I be brainstorming and thinking about things and doing my courses, I write in this book, and it's all about mindset, powering your mind, changing your mindset, and getting things together. Right? Um, let's see here if I can give y'all um, something to leave with, something to be on. Right? I gotta without giving y'all all of my courses. Right? Let me see what I can do with the mindset. Everybody know we can do the 90-day challenge on your goals and get you an accountability partner and write your goals down for 90 days and read them every day, all day. Everybody can do that. Um, let's see. Let's see. How about if you all try to do this? Try to do this and set your mind. Get your mindset right. Let's see. Ask yourself the four W's um, to a lifestyle satisfaction, right? Basically, that's what it is, right? What do you do, right? What, who do you do it with, right? So if you have any mentors, um, when do you do it, right? Uh, and where do you do it, right? So what, who, when, and where, right? Let's try that. That seems like it's not too much for someone who is trying to change their mindset on different things and be more a positive mindset, a broader perspective of a mindset, um, a shift. Maybe you need a shift in your mind, and it's all you don't. If you cool and you at the comfort zone, which Stan talks about in his book, hey, then by all means do that. However, um, try the four W's. What do you do? Who you do it with? That's if you got mentors, or if you read books, or if you go exercise, or whatever. However you do it, who you do it with. If you do it with anybody, you do it with yourself or whatever. When do you do it? Do you do it every day? Do you do it once a month? Do you do it once a week? Um, because you actually that right there by just when you do it, that's actually designing your business. You're actually setting a structure for your business, right? and where, right? Where can you do it from home? Do you need an office space? Do you need a whole building? Do you need the Sears Towers? I think in Chicago or something. What you need for it? Do you need an airport? What you need? Um, and it just go big, go hard on it. The four W's. I think that's the easiest way to bring yourself up out of it. You also can do as I do and write down what you do the day before and compare it with the same day, what you're doing, and see, if you're taking steps forward. Also, set a goal on reading. Get these short read books. Short read, I think this book is it's 43 pages, 45 with the conclusion. No, 44 with the conclusion. Um, yeah, so it's a short read. Yep, yep. 44 with the conclusion in it. Get you a short read and read it as many times as you need to, you know, so you can gain understanding on it. What else helps with my mindset? Um, Vision yourself, right? I have right here, uh, your vision is a vision others can't see, right? Don't expect nobody else to see your vision. Um, Also, um, what else do I do? I do write down my goals every day before bed. I got that from a mentor in our company who does that every day faithfully. And what happens is when you do that, your mind starts to believe those things, right? Uh, it's funny. I'm gonna tell this funny story, right? So, um, me, I live in Summerlin, right? I'm not at $1 million yet, but every time I tell someone that I live in Summerlin, they always say, "Must be nice," and I'm like, "What does that mean? Must be nice, right?" Like, is it affordability? Is it what? So I started looking at myself, and I'm like, "Dang, am I bougie? Because I'm in Summerlin." Um, I'm like 3 lights away from Red Rock Casino. I'm like up there, you know. Am I up there with the Joneses? I don't consider myself, but I mean, it's kind of funny because every time I say I'm in Summerlin, if I don't get that, that's too far. I get that you uppity, right? And I'm like, I'm not uppity. I'm me. I'm just in Summerlin being me. That's it. But yeah, I thought that was funny because I came to a realization that Richie Rob, maybe you is taking this Richie Rob a little too far because you is in Summerlin and you is Richie Rob and it ain't cheap to be where you at, you know. And just because everything else is going up, yeah, imagine Summerlin, they going up, right? So that's funny to me. When people say that, that's a funny thing. What else do I use? We know our strengths. Um, uh, Here's a quote that I have right here. Um, don't know who said it. I got it out of a book, but I wrote it down. It says, amateurs practice until they get it right. Professionals practice until they can't get it wrong, right? So, which side are you on? Are you an amateur that practice until they get it right? Or are you a professional that practice until they can't get it wrong? You just got to determine which one you are. Um, uh, uh, no, I wrote down this too. Knowledge is not power. It's what you do with it. Do with the knowledge that make it powerful. So knowledge is not power. It's what you do with the knowledge. Now, a made up mind is powerful. That is powerful because once you make your mind up, and no matter what it is, even down to What you gonna wear today? Once you make your mind up on what you gonna wear today, that's what it is. Once you make your mind up on what you gonna eat, that's what it is. Once you make your mind up on how you gonna raise your children or what kind of person you're gonna be, that's what it is. The the power of a made up mind is where it's at, right? Now I made my mind up to be a millionaire, and doggone it, I'm gonna be it. No ifs, ands, buts about it, right? Um, what else do I do? Ooh, I got a lot of stuff in this book. I ain't giving y'all all my courses. I ain't giving y'all all the juice. Not yet. Um, I did what made me realize that I don't want to be on a 9 to 5, or if I do go to a 9 to 5, I only want to be on it so long, like 6 months. Is I did this difference, right? I determined the difference between a CEO and an employee, right? And when I did that difference, I determined that if you're a CEO, you develop 20 years of experience, right? If you're an employee, if you got that job for 20 years, you still got the same 1 year of experience because you never learn nothing more or nothing less on that job. That job is that job. If you go in and you cashiering for 20 years, nothing's gonna change on cashiering. You're not gonna get more. You're not gonna get more experience on cashiering. You might speed up cashiering, but the cash register ain't gonna change, right? People still gonna give you cash, and you still gonna give them change. That's cashiering. But if you're a CEO, your level of experience is gonna change with per year. You gotta elevate, right? But if you're on a job, that same 1 year of experience, you're gonna carry that for the 20 to 40 years you're on that job trying to retire, right? That means you're sharpening. If you're a CEO, you're sharpening your skills all the time. That's how you stay in business. Period. Period. You're sharpening your skills. If you're a hairstylist, a hairdresser, barber, whatever your field is, in you are sharpening your skills. Whether it's taking a course, looking at YouTube University, um, evolving with time, whatever, you're sharpening your skills. Uh, when you're at a job, you do the same repeated skill every day, like cashiering. Every day, press that button, it open, you get them, they change, right? Um, when you're a CEO, you get more money, right? Why? Because you can change your prices. Your price is your price, right? Um, if you look, I like that TikTok. I got the braids. If you got the money, I got the braids or something like that, right? Because you can get more money. You can give yourself raises. As time goes on and things rises, inflation happens, you can look around and say, hey, it's time for a raise. I can give myself this raise, right? But when you're an employee, you expect more money. You be like, okay, I'm at my 4 months or 5 years or whatever, and y'all ain't give me my $1.50 raise. That hit deep right there. Y'all ain't give me my raise. You expecting a raise. But if you're a CEO of your own business, you give yourself a raise. You raise the prices, and your price is your prices. If it's not, then go on over there to somebody else that can do it. It ain't gonna change. People pay for what they want. If they want you, they're gonna pay for it. Then when you're a CEO, you provide value. You add value to people. You provide the value, right? But if you're an employee, the value stays what? Value stays what? The same. You're not elevating. You're not elevating. You're staying the same. It's the same value every single day. So, um, I got a question, a funny question as well. What can you make if you work harder on your job? And that question right there was the number one question. You can't make nothing if you work harder. Your rate of pay don't change. If you stay probably an hour over, you get overtime. The physical aspect, you working just harder. You're not getting paid more. You still at that same 15, $16 an hour, but you're working harder. You know what I mean? If you're working harder and you own your own business, it's more money. It's more time. So I gotta charge more, and you can do that. You can set those rules. That's your own business. You're the CEO of that company, right? And then another thing that's set with me too is you never see the CEO of these major companies that we work for. They never come to that place, that establishment. If they do, it's because it's a special event or special occasion or something. But you never see them every day. They not in there side by side. They ain't your coworker. You know, they're not your coworker. So, with that being said, we are about to wrap this up. We will be back next Sunday. Our times may change. I am working that out, that aspect of it out. Um, Also, a couple of shout outs. We're gonna shout out Stan Roten, right? And you catch him on um, Facebook. He got it right up in here. He said, if you want this book, you can do book. No, if you want him at a speaking engagement, you can do booking at Mind on a Million Entertain. Uh, Not entertainment, but ent.com. Mind on a Million, ent.com. Or you can reach him on all social media platforms at Stan Roten underscore the entrepreneur. And that's how you can get access to this book here, Mind on a Million, Keeping Your Mind on a Million. Also, you can catch us live at Vegas 106 FM. Also, we do show our face. Well, my face is there to my co host return at Coffee and Conversations on Tuesdays. It's my favorite networking event, as you all can tell, because why every Tuesday we're talking about a different topic and we are meeting new people because people do come out and they show their faces. Also, we're going to be having probably monthly events based on how you can provide the generational wealth. Do stay tuned to hear more about that because I am putting together some really, really good, great events. We have one April 26th where I met this amazing, amazing woman, Ariana. Her son just turned 1, and she gave her son for his first birthday his first business, Baby Do Rags, I think it is. I'll be posting that link down there because I am gonna get a couple. I got 3 grandsons, and they need some baby do rags. Let me tell you, I am so excited to have her on my team. My team is growing. Also, if you all have any questions based on generational wealth, especially insurance, or how to obtain insurance, or if you want to be get the knowledge behind it, do definitely let me know. You can contact me at 702-941-6746. Preferably text. Don't call that number because it only works if my computer is up, and half the time my computer is not up. I'm not consistent, okay? Remember that. I'm working on it because we're changing this mindset, right? And until next week, we are out and catch you later. Peace.